I just got a new battery for this beast, and I figured I'd talk about a few things that would help extend the life of the battery. Generally speaking, there are three things that kill batteries. The first one of which is vibration, and that's the reason I usually install a little acid absorbing mat. In this particular case, acid absorption is of no benefit because it's a sealed battery. But another thing this mat does, since it's kind of this dense foam material, it absorbs more vibration than this plastic box would, and the plastic box, of course, is sitting in this area here. On an inline foil, the benefit is not as great as it would be, for example, on a V-twin that shakes a lot and has a metal box. But regardless, I usually use this mat. I mean, if you have a battery that's not a sealed battery, it's really a good idea because if you do have a spill, these mats do tend to absorb the acid. Another thing that's really important is that the battery is properly charged. Sometimes you can get a battery off the shelf, and this particular one you actually have to add acid or electrolyte, and then you charge it, right? But sometimes you can just buy a battery like this in the store, and what folks do is they get it off the shelf and press it into service. The battery can be anywhere between 60 and 80% charged when it's just sitting on the shelf for months. So it's essentially like using a muscle that's been injured to its full potential. You're very likely to hurt it, and it's never going to really recover fully. So what you want to do is you always want to charge the battery 100% before you install it. Another thing that really helps is making sure that the contacts between the battery cables and the battery are good. And I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but you can see that this terminal is shinier than this one. And that's because I used a brass wheel at low speed just to dress the surface to make sure that you're exposing shiny new metal to the contact. And the same thing, I do the same thing with the battery cables. Just of course on one side, on the inside only, the side that touches the battery terminals, but it really does help to make sure that your contacts are good. I generally use some sort of super lube is a good one, and there are many other ones. You can use silicone grease, doesn't really matter, dielectric grease, whatever. Once I connect the cables to the terminals, then I apply a little bit of this connector gel just to keep the corrosion at bay. You don't want to apply it on the terminal and then attach the cable because, as you can see, it's dielectric, it's not conductive. So you install everything, assemble it, and then you cover the terminals with this gel. Another quick thing is that when you install the screws, of course you always have a choice, hopefully, between 12-point and 6-point, and the battery screws are really soft. Much better to use a 6-point box end wrench. And finally, and hopefully everybody knows this, when you install the battery, you always attach the positive cable first, because when you're doing that, if you touch the frame or whatever, the circuit is not complete yet, so nothing will happen. And then you attach the cable, the negative cable, to the battery last. And because then, if there's contact between your wrench and the frame, or some exposed piece of metal, you're not going to have arcing, and so there's no danger there.